But this came in last night from Chris Wheeler in the Daily Mail, and he said Manchester United are in danger of starting the season without a new striker. On the day that Marcus Rashford left Old Trafford on loan to Barcelona, it's emerged that the United hierarchy, except Ruben Amorim's side, could kick off the new campaign against Arsenal next month without a new signing to lead the attack. Well, what are your thoughts on that? Man United basically accepting and realising that they will kick off against Arsenal in 3 weeks' time without a striker. I mean, they should just subscribe to the United Stand. They should just listen to you great people, because we've actually been talking about this since the middle of May. Pre-season starts in the first week of July. The transfer window opens in June. And we knew from the middle of June that we were playing Arsenal in 3 weeks' time. I'm sorry, I find it incredible. And I mentioned this last night when Fabrizio said that United could still make a midfield signing in the last few weeks of the window. This preparation planning is just being exposed for what you and I, ordinary football fans of this football club, exposed weeks ago, that this was going to happen. And they're either really thick, which I don't think they are, or they're accepting of the situation. We will not have a striker in place for the start of the season. And it's not just about that. I find it really naive when people start thinking, well, there's still 3 weeks to go. It's the same people in the middle of June who were saying, watch the madness when July happens. It's all because of FFP and PSR. And yet here we still are on the 24th of July with no signing coming in for Manchester United. And I think that is something that many of us predicted. But the question has to be why? Because it's not about, we could sign a striker the day before the Arsenal game. No pre-season, no preparation, no idea of the system. You're just throwing them into the deep end. Would you, if you ran a business that was really, really important and you needed to bring somebody in before this big meeting, would you bring them in 10 minutes before the meeting and say, go for it? And this is exactly what I'm talking about. You can apply these principles of, just logical, simple business to any business. And as I say, if I run a business and I know I've got a massive meeting in a month's time, and I know that the people I've got aren't really up to it, and I need somebody to pull this meeting together and present it, and everyone's going, this person. I'm like, yeah, great. But let's do it the day before. Let's do it the day before that meeting. And everyone will be like, but they're not going to know the plan. They're not going to be able to rehearse. Yeah, we'll just throw them in. And this is what Man United are doing. But we're not even going to have them for the meeting by the sounds of it. So it doesn't surprise me. And it's not just the striker. It's the goalkeeping situation as well. But it's disappointing. It's disappointing because I'm really, really, really happy with Mbeumo and I'm really, really happy with Cunha. And I'm sure we will make, well, I don't like to use the word sure. I think we will make some signings. But it's, the chickens are coming home to roost now. And I do use the word chicken in its fullest term because I think it has been a bit cowardly, this transfer window. We've been a little bit weak and we've been a bit exposed. And I know I'm being unfair to chickens, but I think the chickens are coming home to roost because we haven't actually got what we needed to have for the start of the season. And I've known, and you've known for a very long time, that in our first 5 games, we play Arsenal, Chelsea and Manchester City. And in our first 8 games, we play Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea and Arsenal. They've already spent £1 billion collectively in this transfer window and they finished in the top 4. So, look, it's nothing we don't know. It's nothing we don't know. If you've been watching this channel, it's nothing you don't know. We know this was going to happen, but it's so disappointing that the striker situation, the goalkeeper situation aren't going to be resolved. And I think, look, some of you may be new to the United Stand. Some of you may be new to being involved in Man United in depth like we are. But trust us, we've been in this situation year after year after year, and it happens year after year. And every March, April and May, we go, is this the window where we're actually going to do what other clubs do? Is this the window where we're going to get business done early and be prepared for the start of the season? And it annoys me. This is the time where it really annoys me the most. When I see teams like Arsenal, Manchester City, not necessarily Chelsea and Man City, to be fair, because they have played in the Club World Cup, but definitely Liverpool and Arsenal. They're out on their tours. They've got most of the players they want, and they've got 3 weeks to, get ready. And I look at Man United and I go, and Burmo's not really even had a training session yet. Cunha we've had from the start. We've still got loads of players that need to go, and we've not really brought in key players. And it's the contradiction that concerns me, because, and I am going to talk about this other stuff as well, but it's the contradiction that annoys me, because as a fan, we're almost like mini managers. We go down the pub, we go to school, we go to work, we speak to mates, and we defend our stance, we defend our position. And many of us have said, you can't criticise Amorim too much. He needs a pre-season and he needs his own players. And that's a logical stance to defend this manager. And then the pre-season hits, he doesn't get the players in, and you sort of go, as much as I want him to do well and as much as I want to defend him, how can I defend him next season against he didn't get his players in time? It won't work. It didn't work with Ten Hag. It didn't work with Jose. It didn't work with Van Gaal. It didn't work with Ollie. It won't work. I know it won't work. I know if we have a bad season and we hit November and we're all sat there going, well, he didn't get the players he wanted and he didn't get a pre-season, that's too technical for the Amorim out brigade. They won't have it, especially not the media and the ex-players. So it is frustrating. It is an excuse, but it's one that I don't understand why the club have done it. I really, really don't.